Okay, this is my Sprint 5 engine video report. So the first thing was the freeze time. So Time Manager has its own freeze time field, and we use compute game chime in the process time that happens at every update tick. So if I run it and move around here, shoot some things, press F10, and everything seems to be working, and F9 steps through everything, and you can see the data down here printing. F10 once again unfreezes things. So that was a pretty easy plugin. The next thing was scene changes. So scene manager, okay, so we have the scene change commands. There's the null command that does nothing, the scene change command which actually calls the change scene method. The scene manager usually has it creates the two commands at the beginning. It's usually set to the null command. So in the update execute, you usually are doing nothing, but then if the user does set the next scene, it goes and changes the command that it's pointing to. So then the next time that we reach the execute, we actually change the scene. So do everything in the correct order, scene end, delete, switch the pointer, and then change back to the null command. So in terms of the test, I have scene 1, which has a world plane that when you press C, you change to the next scene. Scene 1 has a frigate that can shoot. That's the life cycle frigate. So you can shoot bullets with the factory. Scene 2 just has a frigate. It doesn't have the world plane at all, and it has a frigate, but it is a multiple alarm frigate. So there's this repeating alarm that toggles the visibility. So just to prove that they're two different scenes. So anyway, here I can shoot things, and then if I press, I'm gonna have some live bullets just to test it, and if I press C, I change to the next scene, scene 2, where I can no longer shoot, and I have the multiple alarm toggling on and off, and no world plane. So anyway, exit out, no errors, no leaks. Then I have a demo game of sorts started. I will just show what it is. So, have the tank. The tank used the WASD keys to move around, and then the turret. The tank is one game object, but it has two graphics objects, so the tank base and then the tank body and then the turret. So then the turret uses J and L to rotate around, and then you can shoot based on which way you're turning. My main thing that I need to do next is have both the gun and the camera rotate with the turret, because I think I want the camera to just stay behind wherever the turret is facing. The problem is I have the turret moving around wherever the base does, but when I try to get these kind of like extended arms that like I want this to rotate with the turret and the camera to rotate with the turret, I can't get the math to work yet. But anyways, so right now the bullets are actually firing from the middle of the turret instead of where the gun is, so if you turn and shoot, you can definitely see that. But anyways, I'm rambling. That's my next goal. So we obviously have the factory working with the bullet, and then I have these very... you can also move the camera with the arrow keys, but you can just tilt it. I have these enemy tanks spawning every 2 seconds at these 3 different positions. Just I think they'll be helpful so that we can test collision. Obviously this isn't very well designed or anything, but it's the start of something. And then I think I'll test a scene change. So we have 2 different factories going on, multiple alarms happening, blah, blah, blah. Try to make it a more complex scene. If I shoot, and then I press C to change the scene, I don't get any errors, and I move to this kind of top-down camera where you can still shoot, but there's no enemy spawning or anything. And I thought maybe this could be cool. You probably won't do a scene change, but change the camera perspective. But anyways, I exit. No leaks. So yeah, all good. I think that was a kind of thorough test of the scene change and the beginnings of some kind of game. So that is all I got for this sprint.